Throughout media, be it anime or live action, there's one trope that will always draw a reaction, and that is of course the famous love triangle plotline. Shaman King did it differently. They tackled the romance genre in their own special way. Spoiler alert, Hao and Anna do not get together, nor are they romantically entangled in any way. Although this would have appeased some, thankfully they went a completely original route. Well, in shonen. Hao likes Anna. How much? Why? What do I mean? Stay tuned to find out. There are various events involving Hao and Anna that plant the seed for this very complex dynamic. One of which is when Hao's two Shikigami, Zenki and Goki, were released due to Tamao's clumsiness. In this dire situation, Anna appeared after quickly memorizing the spell to defeat them via the Chosenju Ryaketsu, and she defeats and tames the two Shikigami. This causes Hao to bleed from very far away, because this is the consequence of spells being broken. It was then when Hao's interest was piqued, he realized that this drizzle may become a rainstorm.
面白いじゃないか。これは雨どころか嵐が来るかもしれないな。
When Hao was slapped in the famous scene, which is shared across all iterations, be it the manga or the 2001 as well as the 2021 anime, Anna slaps Hao. It's very important to mention that Hao states that he respects her for undoing the seal of the Chosenju Ryaketsu. Was this respect in a combat perspective or something else? It seems to be leaning more towards a combat ability, respectful manner, and he even says that she's suitable to be his wife. Now, people take this statement quite literally, but ignore the context. You have to really understand Hao's character, which we will go into in a Hao character video, so stay tuned and subscribe. But at this stage, Hao assesses everything from a cynical point of view. Everything is a means to an end. He's so jaded that he only made that comment about Anna in a not so serious manner, simply that she qualifies to be considered as a suitable wife due to her shamanic ability and behavior, as she actually stood up to him and wasn't shit scared. It was a tense and epic moment, as this slap is quite famous because the first slap was blocked. Hao catches the wrist, Anna slaps him with the phantom left and leaves a little bruise, leaves a little redness on his cheek. A slap so brutal that he put Hao back on his ass and his cheek again flaming red. This was the first time that Hao looked vulnerable in the whole show. And not just vulnerable from a combat point of view, but also for a short moment, Hao seemed genuine and just open. Throughout the series, Hao has a similar attitude to Yo, where there is a very relaxed and lackadaisical attitude when tackling events, except Hao has completely turned off his emotions and has tunnel vision in his hatred for humanity. But this slap made him remember for a brief moment that nobody has slapped him like this since his mother. More on this later. In the aftermath of human beings being decimated by Hao in episode 66 of Shaman King 2021, Anna points out that Hao spared Manta's father, to which Hao says,
そういう場面ではこの僕にもわずかなためらいが生まれてしまう。
Anna then makes a cheeky comment saying,
あんたの弱点ね。
to which he says,
さてどうかな。
before they both cackle and laugh maniacally. Why is this important? It firstly is a foreshadow to Hao's backstory. Although he murdered countless of people, it can be assumed that he doesn't murder parents in front of their child. If Lyserg was around his parents at the time of their death, it is highly likely that they wouldn't have been murdered and more likely that they would be spared. Secondly, it's a nice visual parallel. It comes across comedic and very weird, as Anahol was the audience surrogate at that scene, and he was confused and scared because those two were laughing like maniacs. That's why it's so perfect. This is the scene, in my opinion, which sums up these two to a T. They're just two weirdos that understand each other, even if they are on different sides of the same coin. They both exist in a space not many can understand or fathom. He tells Yo in episode 51 of Shaman King 2021 that Yo is always himself no matter what, which is why he and Anna sought him out. Hao made it very clear with that statement that Anna and him are similar. He does not say that about anyone else apart from Anna. Hao knows that she used to have the ability to read minds called Reishi, which he knows is a power that comes from immense loneliness. It's a power that very few possess. He knows that Yo was her salvation and he respects her unwavering attitude and strong power. He likes her because she is like him. In the Osorazan flashback, it is made clear that if Yo did not meet Anna, she was on course to becoming another Hao. But there is one final subconscious reason why Hao likes Anna. Anna has shown courage and a stern nature in how she tackles life, but Anna's life is revolved all around Yo. We go into detail in our Yo and Anna video, so check that out. But Anna is the necessary component to drive Yo forward. And that's the main thing, forward and not sideways. Hao knows that because this is a familiar feeling he learned 1,000 years ago. When Anna arrives at the commune of the Shaman King in episode 52 of Shaman King 2021, as the 5 elemental warriors are reasoning with Hao, Anna states that he has lost his ability to read minds because he has finally opened up. Similar to herself, the reason why Anna and Hao have the ability to read minds was from loneliness and distrust on everyone else. It is Ohachio who explains that Hao has lost the ability to read minds because he doesn't need to anymore. Reishi or mind reading was a defense mechanism. It's used for someone just to know how someone else is feeling in case they're gonna hurt them again. It's a defense mechanism to ensure that they're not betrayed or made to feel even more lonely. But since Hao is surrounded by everyone else's warmth, he doesn't need it anymore. Like how Anna was surrounded by Yo's warmth, she didn't need it anymore. And that was the final battle for Hao to finally reunite with his mother after 1,000 years. Hao hated humanity for how they murdered his mother for being different. But he was unable to reconnect with her due to the wall that he built up from his own loneliness and rage. Hao's mother has a striking resemblance to Anna. And no, this isn't something weird, but just a visual nod to how similar Anna is to his mother. After initially being slapped by Anna, he mentioned how he hasn't felt that courage since his mother. Then he spoke about not murdering parents in front of their children, which was a reference to witnessing his own mother's murder. It was that warmth and security that she provided that he missed. He needed guidance, he needed reassurance, he needed a good slap, which is exactly why Hao likes Anna, even if she doesn't like him back. Make sure to subscribe to the Shaman Tribe. Take care.